the top 10 MVP discs of the year that I've reviewed. We're starting off with the Simon Line Time Lapse. A beautiful overstable 12-speed disc, 12.5, -1.3. I've absolutely loved this thing. The only reason I didn't throw this in the bag immediately is one, I didn't want to lose it. I only have one. I now have two, but I think I need a little bit more for backups before I make that commitment, but that's number one. There's no particular order. We're just kind of going through these. Next up, we have the Rhythm. This one's in fission plastic, 7.5, -2.1. I think it's actually 5.5, but we can just say 5, right? This is your very straight flying hyzer flip to flat fairway driver. Does have a nice finish at the end. You can hit it really hard and flat, holds a nice turn. Oh, this thing is so sick. Fairway drivers like these are some of my all-time favorites. From there, we go on to the Tesla, but not necessarily just the Tesla. This is a 149 gram Tesla that has kind of changed my view on all of lightweight discs in general. This was just kind of like a turning point for me, you could say. So that's why this one made the list. It being lightweight and still having the integrity of a max weight disc, I just fell in love with. It was fun making videos about this and I just really enjoyed it. So number 3, and the remaining discs are all mid-range and putters because I think MVP Axiom just bodies the rest of the competition when it comes to these style of discs. So we have the Streamline Echo 5.5, -1.1. This is your very straight flying mid-range, along with the Hex. Basically the same style disc. Honestly, I can't even remember what the main difference is between these two. They look pretty similar. As far as feel, they feel pretty similar. I think that's what it is. It's the concaved edge that it has. I think the Hex kind of swoops in a little bit more, whereas the Echo doesn't. Hopefully that does a good job. I don't know. I enjoy throwing these a lot, and like I said, I throw these anytime I get. When it comes to throwing straight flying mid-ranges for videos, those are my two go-to discs. From there, we have the Pyro 5.4, 2.5. I did an overstable mid-range video on this. I had the deflector, which was just way too overstable for me, but this Pyro was perfect. This is just a great mid-range. I think, in my opinion, there's really not much of a reason you should need a more overstable mid-range than this, unless you're just playing in crazy winds. But this, to me, this is like the perfect overstable mid-range. The opposite of that, an understable mid-range, we have the new James Conrad Detour. This is one of a kind in the MVP department, just a perfect hyzer flip to turn mid-range. I compared this to like the Origin and the Tursus by Westside, which flew pretty similar, but yeah, just your perfect hyzer flip to turn mid-range. Now we have the putters, which I think across the board, across all companies, MVP, Axiom, both have the nastiest throwing putters in the game. We've got the Proton Envy 3302 and the Proxy, which is the Music City Open Simon Lizotte run. These complement each other very well. I find Proton to be the most overstable Envy out of all of them. Let me know if I'm wrong. And then this Proxy, which is the only Proxy I've ever thrown, is just a perfect dead straight putter, which like I said, complements this very nicely because it's very overstable. And the final disc, which is a little weird because I will never bag this disc, but it is the Glitch. The reason I say that is because this is such a fun disc. It's fun playing 9 holes with. I'll toss this all the time with Emily. She calls it the Glitch. There's not really anything else like it, arguably. But yeah, the problem is I would never throw this in a tournament. I needed another disc for 10, so this is 10. So maybe it got a sympathy vote. I think the honorable mention though is going to be the Crave. I just recently threw this and I loved it. This is a straight flying mid-range that's an actual fairway driver. It's crazy. You know, actually, the Glitch is out. This is number 10. The Glitch can be our honorable mention. We'll play with these 10 today. Let's go shred the course. This is where the fun begins. 500 feet, hole 1, Simon Line. Remind me of how overstable you are. Yep, just what I remembered. Sheesh, the skip on that is crazy. You know what else is crazy? I could probably throw this 149 gram Tesla farther than that time lapse. And I'm pretty sure I did. We'll see. I was wrong. The time lapse has me beat by like 30 feet. Now, had I put a little anhyzer on this thing, that'd have been different. Here we are for the approach. Out of sympathy, I'm throwing the glitch. I teased him for my top 10. He just made honorable mention because I would never actually bag this disc. Now, a quick disclaimer, I've never actually putted with anything MVP or Axiom. I don't even think I've held like a baseline putter from them. So your boy's still using PA3s. My apologies. Maybe if I had my hands on some baseline putters though, I would have used them. A nice par to start the day. Shout out to the glitch. We have our first straight mid-range shot of the day. It's 300, 293. Echo or Hex? I'll go Hex. One of the best mid-ranges in the game. Yes, sir. Wow, we are short. I'm gonna throw the Echo just to compare it, why not? There's a little bit of a funky wind out there. And unfortunately, that second one's closer. Lozada left me 30 feet short, while that Echo got me about, I don't know, 15 feet closer. How are the 30-footers looking today? Not bad. I completely forgot to mention. So the problem with me like finding discs that I absolutely love and making the switch over is when a disc makes my bag, I've got like 5 or 6 backups. So when I run into a disc like the Hex, for example, I love it. I could definitely see it being in my bag, but I only have like 2. So to make that switch, I then have to buy 4 more discs, and then it just comes into like a money problem. I also try to live with that mindset, if it's not broke, don't fix it, which is kind of the case for my bag. But with MVP, all of their stuff is so consistent where if I buy 5 of the same mid-ranges, they're all gonna fly the same, and I love that. Whereas some other companies, you buy 5 of the same discs, that's not the case. Sorry, I'm like lisping, I can feel it. It's freaking cold out here. My lips are freezing. All right, turnover shot. What do we use? The Crave. He made the last spot, 350 feet. A nice hyzer release, but watch this baby turn. Oh, beautiful. And then finish. MVP's the GOAT. I'm gonna do one more. I love this hole. What should we throw? What should we throw? Can we get a mid-range up there? Moment of truth. If I make this up there, you have to subscribe. Ah. Damn it. Now look at this absolute park job by the Crave. You guys were right, I should have listened. The Crave is a pretty solid disc. I'll start listening to you guys more often. 320 feet up on this slope. Rollaways are big, which is why we have to go putter. Specifically this proxy, because I'm gonna hit it on hyzer, it'll flip to flat, and then surely it'll rest on this hill without rolling, but I guess we'll see. Uh-oh. Our plan was not executed. Stay in bounds. Okay. It's in bounds, but we're not close. Game plan almost worked. I got it to flip up the flat. I got it to not roll, but I was lacking in the D department. So, okay, 40-footer, sketchy death putt. What we gonna do with it? Air ball. Nice. Clean up, clean up, clean up. I guess it could have rolled, so I cannot be too upset. And it was also a horrible drive. But we got the par. All right, next up on our putter shot, the Envy, 270 feet in between those trees. Just gonna hang this out towards that right tree and then have it finished by the basket without hitting the tree. Oh my gosh. I usually go proxy right at it, but I just threw the proxy. And I still hit a tree. We have another 40-footer, a chance at redemption to get us back on the birdie train. Find out right after these messages. That was so horrible. That would have been better with the Envy. Huh. First circle 2 was a complete air ball. Second one we hit cage, so we're making progress. We have a 212-foot chip shot that I usually play with a forehand, but I didn't really find an MVP disc that I liked for forehand approaches. Like I tried the Entropy and I wasn't really a fan, so if I'm missing something else, let me know. But in this case, we're going PP on just a regular backhand hyzer shot. Oh, it's perfect. Parked, baby. Pyro Proton Prism Plastic is in for birdie. Now we have a 380-foot par 4 that dog legs to the right. Usually want to play a backhand turnover, which is why I'm going to be throwing the Rhythm. The reason I'm not throwing the Crave is because I need the Rhythm to start flattening out and even finishing, whereas this Crave will probably end up just holding the turn. So Rhythm shot, hard and flat, and hopefully slow drifting to the right. Oh, that is perfect. That is so perfect, dude. We are shredding right now. So here's the straight shot off the tee, and then you need something to go right down this gap all the way towards the pin. And I'm pretty sure your boy just pured the line. The question is it does slope, so how far away am I from the basket? Good news, I pured the gap. Bad news, I overly pured the gap because I am 40 long. I have never been over here before. And disclaimer, I said this is a par 4. It's actually a par 3. I played as a par 3. It's par 4 for beginners, but regardless, getting a 2 on this is absolutely crazy. Please let me hit this 40 footer. Oh, really? Really? The third one was supposed to go in, dude. Come on. Yay, we got a 3. Still a great shot. Just sucks that I couldn't hit the circle too. Now we get to bust out the detour. 250 feet uphill on some rocks. All you do is you pop this boy on some hyzer and it does the work for you. Glides up there nicely. Oh, freaking tree, dude. No shot. We're about to go 0 for 4 inside circle 2s, right? Let go. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. All right. We did. You mother... Hole 9, 525 feet. This one's actually a par 4 this time. Now, I want to go time lapse, but I think it'll hyzer out into the woods before I can make that corner, so we're going rhythm again. Just putting this puppy on a lot of hyzer and just playing the flip up and turn. There's the flip up, there's the turn. Oh, and it's holding that turn. There must be some crazy wind up there. Oh my gosh. Hopefully I can find that. I immediately went out into the woods and have been looking for 10 minutes to come out and see that the disc is just here chilling on the edge. Bro, I was going through thorns. I cracked my shin. Ow, can you see that? All for a disc that's here on the side. I thought it was gone forever. I really did. I guess good thing we have it back, but what can we do with it? Oh, just freaking bomb it past the basket. Perfect. I'm not moving the camera. All right, we've got a 35 footer. Wow. Honestly, I'm pretty upset. Had a panic attack because I thought I lost a disc. Wasted 10 minutes. Hurt my shin. All to get a bogey. Or a par, I guess it's a par 4. We're no longer shredding, by the way. I guess I can put my pants down before people start thinking I'm in a gang, which maybe I am, you never know. 350 feet, big hyzer shot, time lapse, get me back on the birdie train. Ooh, big skip. Oh, wow. It did some big skips. I don't think I'm gonna have a legit putt though. We literally have a putt. This disc only went like 250 feet in the air and then skipped the remaining 100 something feet. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but that was crazy. All right, for the birdie. Dude, is this about to be back 9 snack time? Are we about to birdie out from here? Put in your votes now. Everybody's like, no, 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 no. Get off. All right, so now we bust out the pyro again. Hyzer shot out over the road OB and hopefully sits right under the basket. I mean, can you play it up any more perfect than that? You guys could very well be witnessing the first ever official back 9 snack time. This is about to be the perfect ad for MVP, which by the way, MVP, if you want to use this, you are more than welcome to. Here we have a dead straight 370 foot tunnel shot. If this hole was about 70 feet shorter, I'd use a straight flying mid-range. But I need something that flies like a straight flying mid-range, but is an actual fairway driver, and that's when you pull out the Crave, ladies and gentlemen. You just pop this boy on a little bit of hyzer, and then you let the disc do the work. Looky there. Look at that. And then you're just nestled up right under the basket. And that right there is your ad for the MVP Crave. Go out and buy yourself one. What if I missed that? Honestly, if I did miss it, that would be kind of funny. Okay, we can't choke on any little small holes, so we're gonna go Envy, 280 feet, just a nice stock putter shot. Just hang them out right and have the Envy do all the work. Why are we lifting? Drop, drop. We're about to choke on the easiest hole out here. I got 10, I got 12, and now I'm about to whiff 13. So the common theme on these Circle 2 putts is I've been low every single time. So disc golf gods, if you're real, please, for the love of God, let this go in. I really need it. Oh, and we're high. What do you know? And it's rolling. Oh my gosh. That's the worst. When you putt so bad and you have to move your camera for the next putt. All right, let's try this one again. There is no shot I'm about to bogey the easiest hole out here, right? I did hit a chain link. All right, this is definitely not the hole you want to try and get a bounce back birdie on, but I kind of don't really have that many options. So we're gonna go rhythm and rip it as hard as we can in the sky and just hope. Now we hope. You just gotta wait a second, wait a second. It's coming. And we're 95 short. We're lined up, so something cool could happen. I just need to throw my proxy dead straight and then just do one of these. Here we go, wish me luck. Wow, didn't hit the gap. Oh yeah, I forgot to cross my fingers. Well, the good news is at least I don't have a 60-foot par save this time. 250 feet, basket's just poking out behind that tree. This is another hole where I usually go forehand, but because I don't have a disc to forehand, we're throwing the pyro again. And again, don't forget to let me know if there's an approach MVP disc that I'm missing out on. Here we go. Oh, grip lock city, baby, get sneaky. That was not sneaky. This honestly might be outside of circle 2, but if it goes in, we're counting as a circle 2 since I haven't made a single one today. Yeah, definitely just a layup. 310 feet, we have the island hole. Throwing the proxy. I thought about the Envy, but we'll use him on the next hole. Dead straight, right at the basket. Please do something crazy. Hold the turn, hold the turn. Okay, well, that was not crazy. I was doing the math. We could have absolutely shredded today if I knew how to hit circle 2 putts. This might go down in history as the most missed circle 2 putts on the channel because I think I'm like 0 for 6 right now. This is crazy. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves with the Envy and not go circle 2 for bogey. Let's just put this one close and walk away with a bird. I think we're gonna do just that. Redemption, check, pending this putt. Redemption check. Alrighty, ladies and gents, it's not about how you start, it is about how you finish. Par 4, can we finish on a birdie? And the only way to do that is to rip the time lapse as hard as you absolutely can and hopefully hit at least 400 feet. Oh no! Well, I might have gotten the 400 feet part right, but I am way too far to the left. It's not over until the fat lady sings, and I don't hear a fat lady singing. So we're gonna go same disc, forehand this time. First forehand of the day, this should be interesting. And hopefully it's not inside circle 2. I think I hear the fat lady singing. Alrighty, well, if anything crazy is gonna happen, now's gotta be the chance because we're on the final hole. We're taking the proxy, and we're just gonna go right at it. Alrighty, and that is it, ladies and gents. Happy holidays, happy new year, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.